The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Well, we made it, you guys. We had to get everything situated, and it took a little extra time, but we are here. So welcome to another House of Stein Hot 10 list, Hot 10 show for the Hot 10 comic books of the week on the secondary market. And we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. So what do you say, you guys? You guys ready just to get into it?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for all the well wishes. It was a rough week here. My wife's mother did pass away this week, so it was a rough week for our family. So that was part of the delay tonight, but she will be missed. So it's a rough week. So thank you guys for all the positive thoughts, though.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man. Yeah. That's a bummer. Well. Send the well wishes to the wife too, and yeah.
Brian, don't lie to everyone. Just tell everyone that we were copying someone else's list, and like we get all our content somewhere else, and then we were just slow at like copy and pasting. That's what we were really doing.
Only snakes do that, YeeZee. Only snakes do that. So that being said, let's get into the woe and blow of the week. The woe cover of the week. Clash of Kings. The 1 in 30 variant? Is that what this is?
It's a 1 in 30.
Wow. That's a great cover.
This is Mark Simonetti.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a big Game of Thrones fan, like, I don't know, this cover just for some reason, I love when they do like these dark, moody covers and then throw in like in this one, it's like a splash of red. And then just having the dragon fire up in the sky just makes it even more like just crazy.
Oh, is that dragon fire? Because I thought it was like a meteorite.
I think it's dragon. I think it's like dragon breath, right?
I guess it makes more sense. But
I don't remember meteors in Game of Thrones.
I mean, but you could have lied to me too and told me this was a Department of Truth cover, and then
that is true.
That's what got stuck in my head, and then like meteorite, like some kind of like crazy conspiracy theory with that.
So Jorge says it is a meteor. It looks like it looks more like dragon to me, but.
Oh, okay.
So Yee's right, I'm wrong.
Oh wow, I thought it was just tripping. So
could be that too.
But it is this cover is gorgeous though. Like Ink for me said he thought it was a Department of Truth cover. This thing is just gorgeous. I love. Okay, so I know you guys hate Star Wars, like the Rey Star Wars, but you can't deny that last scene in the third one where she and Kylo Ren are out in that sea with those waves and everything like that that is beautiful to look at. Like it's just gorgeous.
The opening.
No, the end. Like at the end where they're like.
Well, you remember the opening of the first one that they came back with, and he goes into that to get the holocron, the Sith holocron, and it's like that world of water, and it just has that temple floating above the water.
Bro, the best part is when she told the Emperor, and I'm Iron Man, right? It's the same fucking ending as the Avengers, right? And I'm Iron Man, right? And then she like snapped her fingers,
and I'm
right?
Skywalker. Yeah.
and then put the two lightsabers together. Like it's like the director. I want an end game ending. Okay, you'll get it. You'll get it. You son of a bitch.
Jeffrey says he thinks it's the dragon too. So I don't know.
I mean, wait. When you explained it to me, it made sense. I was like, kind of like, okay, that makes more sense than like just seeing a random meteorite, like falling into the sea. You know what I mean?
But then Jorge's got a whole explanation of what. Man, I don't know. All I know is it looks pretty. It's very pretty.
It is.
I mean, yeah,
it's a great book, great cover.
It's a great cover. So.
Oh. Well, you know what that means, though. If there's a great cover on here, there's got to be a bad one. Well, not only do we have a bad cover, well, the cover isn't as bad as the book itself. And we'll talk more about it. Let's get into the That Blows book of the week.
Oh, that blows. That blows.
Isom number 1. If you guys haven't been following, if you guys haven't been following the indie comics civil war that is currently happening, I want to remind everybody to come join us tomorrow night for Modern Comic Mayhem on Beyond Wednesdays, where we will get into the indie comic book civil war that is happening right now during the comic drama alert segment, which basically this book is a big part of. And we'll feed you in a little bit of what's going on. There is a show called The Biggest Problem in the Universe. It's hosted by Dick Masterson and Vito. And Dick Masterson a few months ago decided he was going to actually read Isom number 1, because everybody's been talking how great the book is, but nobody actually read it. And he said, you know what, I'm going to read this book. And he read it, and he showed everybody that it's god-awful. Well, that turned into basically setting off Eric July, who wrote this book and created this book. If you remember, this book was crowdfunded to millions of dollars. And I think we talked about it on the show when it first came out. It was a hot book when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
And, because they were talking bad about it, Eric July flipped out, and Ethan Van Sciver basically told him, Eric, you got to be able to take constructive criticism, man. Learn from this, grow from this. Every comic book creator, artist, or writer, has to get better, and you learn from the criticism. And Eric wasn't having it, and it caused this huge civil war to happen. And Ethan Van Sciver decided, you know what? Now I'm going to review the book. And a few weeks ago, he reviewed Isom number 1 on YouTube, the whole book, and it was fascinating to watch. And if you guys haven't had a chance to watch it, I suggest you go look for it. Tonight, he reviewed Isom number 2 on his channel, and it was just as bad as the review for Isom number 1. But here's the thing I like about Ethan Van Sciver is he's willing to also say, hey, these are some of the good things, right? So it was constructive criticism, maybe just a tad bit of piss and vinegar in there, but he's a very well-spoken person, and he gave some very good constructive criticism. And it was fun to watch. But it caused this huge civil war, and we'll get into it all more deep in the comic drama alert tomorrow night on Modern Comic Mayhem. So make sure you come join us for that. But it's been absolutely crazy in YouTube indie comics world over the last 2 weeks. If you guys are fans of Flashcast, Yellow Flash, about what's been going on. I'm sure if you're fans of Isom or Eric July or comics, all caps comics, Comics Artist Pro Secrets, you guys have been following what's going on. It's been so funny, and the content's just been excellent. So that is our That Blows book of the week. Moving on.
Well, real quick, the irony though, right? That PayPal flagged his payments of like funding this book.
Did they do that to Eric July?
Yeah, that was like one of the reasons why he got a lot of attention or whatever.
Oh,
like,
wow.
They were they were holding like
Oh, I
don't
remember
know
that. Yeah.
yeah, because he raised so much money so fast or whatever that they
Yeah.
flagged because of making it look like it was suspicious activity or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, man, it's very interesting.
Is
And
he going to give the money back?
is who going to give the money back? Eric? No, he produced the book.
Yeah.
No,
but-
it was a situation where he wasn't receiving all the money from PayPal.
No, I'm saying like he took everybody's money and the book is not good. So
Yeah. Well, he's doing Alpha Core with Chuck Dixon, which see, here's the thing that Eric did that was smart in my opinion, but I don't know if he did it for the right reasons. Who knows? He went and got a really great comics writer to start writing comics for him in Chuck Dixon. And Chuck Dixon is now
that's
writing.
smart. Take yourself out of the equation.
Exactly.
It's like that's too much pressure, man. You got to
Yeah.
like produce the book, and then if you're going to write the book and it's not good, then it just the optics of it aren't.
And you got to remember, like Eric July is not a comic creator. He's a YouTube personality that likes comics and decided he wanted to start his own comic, which is great and fine. But he's not a comic creator. He's not. He hasn't put been put in his dues and this and that and. So basically this whole civil war is a fight between YouTube personalities that want to be comic creators against comic creators that want to be YouTube personalities. And man, is it fun to watch. It's very drama oriented, as Hood would say.
Mama, drama.
There we go.
He was sitting there going, man, I can't think of the word.
It's like, which phrase do I use here?
I'm looking at this Isom book and I go, man, that's Miles Morales in 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
Right? It was same colors, Miles, right? I mean, it looks
I
like
can't
Miles
remember, was
Morales.
this-
Well, it's orange, not
Was this a
red.
Liefeld cover?
Orange, not red. What's that?
I said I can't remember. Was this a Liefeld cover? Because it looks like
no,
Liefeld.
no, this isn't Liefeld. This is this Van Sciver? Who is this? Who did Isom number
Ethan
one?
did the next issue too.
Oh yeah,
Are
yeah,
you saying
yeah.
that because of the feet?
The whole pose, it just looks like it's from. It just looks like something straight out of a Liefeld cover.
It looks like, oh, I'm gonna hug you. I'm gonna hug the shit out of you.
He just needs some pockets.
Brad Selvin asks, is Swaggle House a comic creator? I think Swaggle House is a YouTuber that has created a comic. I think in order to be a comic creator, you kind of have to put in some time and effort. You can't just go create one comic and call yourself a industry creator, I guess. He's a comic creator. He's not an industry pro. I guess that's the best way to say it. So instead of saying comic creators who want to be YouTube stars, industry pros who want to be YouTube stars versus YouTube pros who want to be comics creators. That's the best way to put it. So,
Yeah, if comic creators want to come into this medium, they got a lot of work to do, right, Brian? Like we put in our work, right? So we don't want comic creators coming into our platform and trying to do what we do, goddammit, every single night.
well, I hate to say it, Hood. There are some comic creators out there that have come into this platform and done a damn good job. Shout out to Cartoonist Kayfabe, Eddie P, and Jim Rugg, one of the best comic book content channels out there. And you guys know me. I'm a fan of All Caps and Comics Artist Pro, the Comics Kings. I love what they're doing over there. And yeah. So I agree. It's very interesting, and you'll get more on this during Comic Book Drama Alert tomorrow night on Modern Comic Mayhem. Drama.
Yeah, because I can't wait to go down the rabbit hole of watching like comic book artists like just sitting there drawing.
Oh,
and
we're
talking.
gonna. I got some great clips of the whole thing. I got it all clipped out and ready to go. And that's not all for comic drama tomorrow. For more comic drama, we got some goodies. So make sure you guys tune in. Modern Comic Mayhem tomorrow night, Beyond Wednesday's YouTube channel, 10 p.m. Eastern. Let's get into Buy the Dip.
How many? What is it?
All right. There we go. Starting off with Transformers #1, the Scotty Young Web Store second print virgin foil, limited to 1,000
Like,
for our first book.
okay, so people are probably like, this just came out just like 3 months ago. How was it already on Buy the Dip? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. This thing got up to like $80 raw, more $80 or more raw. Like when it came out, it's only limited to 1,000, so it's not like there's a lot of them. It sold this week for CGC 9.8 sold for $80 for 9.8 of a foil book, and
Wow.
it literally is selling less now as a 9.8 than it was raw just like a couple months ago. So when you hear, I don't know what the floor on this is, but it is a good looking Scotty Young.
Yeah,
I
but there's
love
5
it.
prints for this. There's
Yeah.
5.
That's a problem.
Or
That's a
is
problem,
it,
right?
Or is it 4? Is it 4 or 5?
There's a foil
I know-
one. This is the
but there's-
foil.
But the problem is there's multiple prints
Yeah.
of an exclusive. Like, come on now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I like the transparency that they're not just saying, like, reprinting the same cover and saying it's first print or whatever. They're actually saying, like, hey, this is another print. You do the same thing with vinyl.
I got a hot
So-
take on retailer exclusives that I want
But
to throw out there and kind of talk about at some point. I feel like they should quit doing ratio variants and only allow retailer exclusives, right? Because one of the things that they talked about during the whole Mark Millar interview where he talked to comic book retailers, LCS guys, Phil from Coliseum Comics said that he thinks that ratio variants really hurt the industry and they hurt the stores. And I don't know if that's true, but I think if we want to keep the variants in the game, we should only let one or the other do it. And I'm okay with having retailer exclusive variants and not ratio variants. I think that probably be better, right?
I don't care which one they keep as long as they just start numbering them.
Yes.
If they'll start whichever one they go with, I could care less. But please start numbering them. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
It's a simple question. Simple
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if cards can do it, anything can do it.
Doc Joe says, I think the complete opposite. And I agree. I used to think the complete opposite, Doc, but I had a conversation with the LCS owner today. I was telling the guys me and Dino got to hang out all day. Shout out Dino over at Tales from the Flip Side, the CEO. He's he's on vacation out here in Arizona this week, and we got to hang out all day, going to a bunch of comic shops and digging and stuff. And we stopped in one shop, and I had a long conversation with the owner, and he said that he feels that ratio variants have really hurt the industry more than they've helped. And he was the one that said to me he thinks that, the variant should only be allowed for like retailers, like if a Bird City or a Hive Comics want to do it. That way you're really helping a lot of the young, not so not the industry pro artists, right? The good thing about retailer variants is it really allows the young up-and-coming artists a platform to kind of jump in. And the industry pros can still do it, like Scotty Young, J. Scott Campbell, John Tyler Christopher, Audie Gronoff, Lobos. They're now doing their own ratios of the covers they're creating, all of this. So it's just, I don't know if I think that's the way to go, but I think it's an interesting conversation, right? You guys know me. Beyond my channel, Beyond Wednesdays, one of the main reasons that I do it is to have those conversations to try and figure out these things, to try and figure out better ideas. We talk about it. We say, yeah, this might work, this might not. Oh, why would you do this? Oh, to do this. That's the interesting stuff. So maybe we need to talk about it a little bit more over the next couple months. We'll see how that plays out with some of the industry guys we're going to have on the channel. But $80 for a 9.8 of this, for the foil, I don't think that's
Early.
bad. Yeah, It's
It's
doable.
cheap.
Yeah. Yep. So
What was
All
the
right.
buy-in for the book? Like $40, $30?
Feels like it was. I feel like it was 40. I don't know. I didn't buy any, so I don't know. But it feels like it was 40. Maybe the chat can. Maybe the chat knows that somebody got it.
Yeah.
let's take a look. Yeah, if the chat
Break
knows, let us know.
even. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next on Buy the Dip, a classic Art Germ cover, the Batman Adventures variant, Batman Adventures 12 variant that they put out for Fan Expo in 2022. This is the Art Germ cover, the modern Harley. And boy, another one of those less than the cost of grading books.
Yeah. So this one sold this week, and so you know me, I don't really like signature series books, but I know that in general, like signed, like certain artists do bring a premium, like Farland, generally Campbell, Art Germ for sure, because Art Germ doesn't do a whole lot of American shows. So when he does, have signature series stuff, it usually sells for a decent, even on like average books or whatever. But man, even on this one this week, I don't know what happened or why. I don't know what's going on, but a CGC 9.8 signature series Art Germ signed book of this, which is a good cover, $27, which is like
9.8, $27. Yeah.
9.8, $27 for signature series. Like to get a signature series book graded, it's $27 for the grade. Then it's what, $10 for the witness, and then an extra of like $15 for. So I mean, you're in at like $50
Yeah.
for signature series.
Or you
And
can take that $50 and do what our boy Volsi did and donated $19.99 super chat. He said earlier, drive by flowers, all cats are rewind. Appreciate you, brother. So nice $20 super chat.
And then
Yeah, how
Art
do
Germ
we
signed is
How do we
not
know
short.
this dude shipped the book?
How do we know? I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
so we know
do
the
you- do you-
book sold.
do you want me to email the buyer?
Yeah, hey, did you ship the book? Right? Because we know you shit the bed and letting this book go in auction, right?
I mean,
Right.
I don't even know
Trying to
what. I don't
sell
even know
the
why
book.
you. I don't understand, but
You
Dude,
just gotta you just gotta stalk his profile and hope that person
Yeah.
that receives it like puts a review up.
I'm sorry, my kid touched the computer and accidentally listed this book.
Well, here's the crazy thing about this book. Like, so you couldn't even just go to Fan Expo and just buy this book. Like, it wasn't at Art Germ's table. It wasn't at the Fan Expo table. You had to have that VIP pass, where Fan Expo gives you like a goodie bag, right? Where it comes with like like a vinyl figure, a couple comics, a print, whatever. And so the chase and all of that was a sketch drawn by Art Germ, was floating in one of those bags.
Oh, wow.
ooh, nice.
But that's why there's like what 8 different covers for this too, because each one has
There's
a
a
different
bunch.
yeah
What if this was Art Germ's book, and it was his fake account or whatever, and he's selling books? What do you think? Fuck!
So here's a question I have. And people are saying in the chat, like these and Joe mentioned it too. Like some sellers don't ship these. Okay, like there's something seriously wrong with a seller that would. I mean, if you're going to put it up for sale, and somebody actually buys it, for you to not ship that, you're stealing from that person. Like how
you're breaking a
how is that
contract.
how is that okay?
No,
How is
I'm
that person
saying, like,
allowed to
not
continue
ship
to
it.
sell?
Not ship it and refund their money.
Well,
what
I
mean?
don't. Even if they do refund their money, it's theft. I mean,
I know.
I don't understand how legally eBay, how, like, I don't know their terms. I don't look at their terms of service, but that seems like
I've had
a
plenty of
terrible
auctions
business
that
model.
I've had plenty of auctions that I've won, and I've won books on the cheap, and then they cancel it on me.
That is, I mean, that's theft.
I mean,
don't
like,
I don't
It's
get
something
it.
I'm used to because I'm always putting hard some things like that I want to like bid on Sundays, and I see books that are like, man, $8. I'll bid 10, see what happens, and then I win the book. I was like, holy shit, this is $100 book, and then they like cancel the order. I'm like, oh, and then they'll message me, I'm not sending you my book for $10. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, well, good looking out,
Well,
you know.
Well, I mean, that's the sad thing that it's become so common that, like, it doesn't tick you off, right?
Nah, I'm used to it.
Well, I mean,
I don't. I think it would. I think I would be furious.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a norm that you shouldn't be used to that kind of behavior because it's illegal. You know, it works both ways, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't.
Like, it's like
Yeah,
a
if the buyer overpays, well, that's
Honestly, if I win a book too cheap, I feel guilty. And like, I'm serious. Like, if I win it too cheap, I feel guilty, and I'm worried about karma coming back, and just like I get paranoid about that shit. So I really don't give a fuck, man.
At the same time, is that any different than like a comic shop not upmarking a book that went hot?
Nah, because I'm working, I'm digging. You know what I mean? Like I'm putting the work in, so I've earned it.
Well, I mean, I don't care. I mean,
yeah.
if you go into a store and they have those are I refuse. There's stores that I just won't go into if they try and price. They say all the prices on the books are changeable once you get up to the counter. Well, then that's then that's false advertising. But I mean, if they don't reprice, I mean, that's their business. If they don't reprice a book, I mean, you go into Target or something like that. If they have something priced wrong, you get to the counter, they give it to you for the price that is their mistake. So I don't have any sympathy for a retailer that misprices a book or doesn't keep up on the current market.
That's just not being a good shop owner.
Right. But man, doing this on eBay is, that's just
happens all the time.
We live in an honorless society these days, man.
Yeah, I just don't get it, man. But
yeah.
Yep.
Anyways,
moving on. Next on Buy the Dip, Spawn number 227, the OG Amazing Spider-Man 300 homage. There was homages before this, of course, but I really think when McFarlane did these homages in Spawn from like 220 to 230 or whatever it was, that started the homage craze, right? Mm-hmm. And then people realized when those books started flying, like about a year or two after they came out, they didn't start going up in price until a couple years after they came out, and people realized how badass they were, and they just started flying up in price. And that's when I think the companies saw, oh, this is a cash cow.
The untapped market that we haven't exploited.
Well, what helped it too was that people realized it was such low printed too, and that helped drive the price up. But I agree, Brian. Like before this, before we gave attention to these books, like nobody was really doing that many a month. Now every other week they're homaging a cover, man. Like
this is back to like. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I wonder what made McFarlane decide to start doing like.
Yeah, what was the reason?
Why did he do? Why did he just like? Oh, I'm just gonna start for the next 10 issues. I'm gonna homage a bunch of old DC and Marvel covers. I mean, what made him decide that?
It was a great freaking idea. Probably he was like seeing all these people homaging his covers. They're making all these. Popularity and money off, homaging my covers. I'm going to do this same thing,
Mm-hmm.
So
I guess
can't think of any ideas. I'm going to copy myself.
Yeah, and then of course,
anyways,
you guys know
back to like 2016 prices almost.
Yeah, the black and white ratios on these are so tough to find, and those prices are through the roof still.
Yeah. But they have come down slightly on those as well. But this one, I mean, just because of just because of it being the 300 and everything like that. I mean, this one has been like sought. I mean, everybody loves this one. But
I bought this one back in the day for like $80 in a
Raw?
9.8.
Oh yeah, so you got it before it actually like went up, like everybody started. Yeah, once everybody started getting it, because I mean it's basically for probably the last several years. It's been 9.8s have been 200, pretty consistently. This thing even got up to like 3.
I considered selling it, honestly, like no joke, like because I bought in so cheap for it. But then it's like, okay, but this is also the low print run of the Spawn run. Like it took me a while to put that set together. Like I think with my brother and I combined, we have the full set.
Oh, okay.
So like we basically just like we're like, okay, instead of us both having a set, like which ones are you going after and which ones am I going after? Because like so we just split the set in half. That's basically what we did.
That's funny. But yeah, this one's kind of dropped off the last few months. It's been going down and down and down to now we're 9.8s are down to 120. So if you ever did want to buy back in, I mean, Aaron's $80, 5 years ago was super cheap, but it's almost back down to that level.
You could probably talk to someone down at a show, like if they had it marked on 120.
Yeah, cash money.
Yeah.
So if you missed out on them and you're like 300's too much or 200's too much, now's probably a good time to jump in.
Yep.
What surprised me was that the 300 one also, which is the exact same cover as this, goes for a decent amount of money too. Like especially even all those later
it says
prints.
300 in the background instead of 227.
Yeah.
And I think the cover is a little.
It was
different.
a good show.
Yeah.
Back in the day, wasn't that a show 227?
Fucking A, man.
Oh yeah, with
Jack A.
Oh yeah, Jack A.
Mm-hmm. That was a good show. All right, moving on. The Patrick Gleason cover that started all the crazy web variants. Amazing Spider-Man number 55 from December of 2020. Man, this book went nuclear.
It did. Everybody wanted it. I mean, Raws were what, like $50? I mean, this was just like a regular cover.
Yeah, out the gate.
Yeah, everybody wanted this. They made a second print, a third print. Did they go to a fourth print? Or was it just 3?
No, it was just 3 because it was, if you put them together, it was red, white, and blue.
Ah, yeah, okay. And then he started doing it on like every other character.
But there was that second print
white version
incentive.
Yeah.
1 in 25 or something like that. So there's so there's like 4 covers for this.
Yeah.
If not more. And then there's the virgin ones as well.
Yeah, and what's funny is if you go to a store, like I've seen these in shops and they still have it on their wall, it's still $50. Like they're not dropping the price on this.
It's gonna have its own spider webs on the cover.
Right. But yeah, I mean
2 years from now, watch out for that foil cover.
Of course. Hope if it's a spot foil, just the webbing, just the webbing is foil. But yeah, this was for about 2 years. This was 9/8 of this were pretty consistent, from like 150 to 200, which is about right for what the raw prices were. But the last 3 sales have all been right at $60 for CGC 9/8 of this. So if you love this cover and you're like too much, again, this is $60. That's pretty much as cheap as you're ever going to get for this. So
be on the lookout. All right, next, Catwoman number 53, the iconic Adam Hughes cover run from 2006. Great cover. The second print of this is just as good because it's a little bit different. You know, the coloring's a little bit different. Her pose is a little bit different. Man, I love this run. I still pick these up anytime I see them when they're cheap and, a couple bucks. In good condition.
Yeah, and this is just criminal. So Like, I don't think any Catwoman from the Hughes run, except for maybe that one where she's in like
The car.
her bathrobe, where she looks like
Yeah.
she just did laundry or something.
Yeah, it's
That's-
like almost like
I-
a old school Japanese print style.
Yeah, it's real. That one's a little weird, but all the rest of them, including this one, it's criminal for what this thing is now selling for. This is the last two CGC 9/8 of this book have sold for $30. There should be no way that a 9/8 Hughes Catwoman cover should sell for $30 other than that bathrobe one. But this one peaked at like 120. So this, again, if you see this one for $30, I think that's an easy. That's it. That's got to be the bottom that this is ever going to be.
Wow, that's absolutely nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna start looking for these Adam Hughes covers in CGC and get more of them.
Yeah, if you think about it, a lot of those covers. I mean, once these things got popular, any store you went into, just all the basic ones. Stores were all charging $15 a piece just for them raw. There was none of them that you could find for cheaper than $10 or $15. So the fact that a 9/8 sold for $30, and these aren't the easiest to get in 9/8s. They weren't when they came out. It's not like everybody wanted all of the Hughes covers. They wanted 51, but the rest of them, it took a while, and so they sat in back issue bins for a while. I found these a lot, 7-8 years ago. Found out all the other ones besides 51. But yeah.
Hell yeah, great book. And then finally, wait, that was the final one. So there we go. Spec Media's channel is growing by leaps and bounds, and the content continues over there. Make sure you guys go check out their channel. They did a great giveaway last week, and they've been putting out great content over there.
I still need to mail that out. That's going out, I promise. I printed the shipping label. I'm that far at least.
Well, you know what I promise? The almost 10. Starting off with a gorgeous Space Usagi Death and Honor #2 cover by Jennifer L. Meyer, the 1 in 10, and man, is this freaking beautiful.
Yeah, what is it about this cover? It's still weird because it's still a bunny, but you don't necessarily see it like right away. But it's pretty. It's a pretty cover. Yeah, just a 1 in 10. Selling for like 15, but I think that's probably not a bad bond. I don't think this is like 15 seems like a good long term. Like I would buy this, sit this in my back issue, and just be like, I'll just keep this forever because it's pretty to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. It doesn't have the same effect as Mama. Yeah, I went bunny. It's not the same.
No.
It's got to be added to Koi's full moon collection too, right?
Ooh, yeah. Didn't even see that.
Man, that's gorgeous. Great book to start off the almost 10.
Good looking bunny, bro.
180.
Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
180
Oh,
watching, 182 watching live right now, and we only have 51 thumbs up, you guys. One of the easiest and 100% free ways to support this channel is to subscribe and hit that thumbs up, that like button. It really helps us out, you guys. YouTube has really been playing with the algorithm for 2024, and they seem to think that long form live content is not the best thing for YouTube. So
Hey, Brian, yeah, like on Netflix, like after you watch a movie, like it pops up, hey, did you like this movie or not? Like typically I need time to let it set in. Like I wish there was a button, hey, I'll get back to you, let me think on it. You know what I mean? It's like, do you like it, yes or no? So if they're gonna put me on that spot, I'm gonna put no. I was just this is a random thought.
And you don't even have to wait or think about if this is good or not. You already
Yeah.
know it's good. So
See,
hit those
so
thumbs up.
You're
There
gonna
you go.
you're gonna end up with a weird algorithm.
Yeah.
Right in the
Well,
middle of the
what's it
show.
crap?
Hey, are you liking this? I don't know. I don't know. They haven't put a book on there I like yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Hit the thumbs up button, you bag of milks. I like that.
Bunny!
All right. Next on the Almost 10. Oh, what a gorgeous cover this is, man. Hopefully this character takes off too, but this is one of the most beautiful covers put out so far this year. This might be on the list at the end of the year for cover of the year. I hope it gains a little bit more momentum, but it just came out. Superman number 10, the 1 in 25 Lyrics Lee cover, and new character on this cover, right?
Yeah. So okay. So I'm going to put a caveat on this one and call out. I think there's some manipulation on this one.
Ooh.
So these are selling for anywhere between 15 and 35 on eBay. That's a big gap for a 1 in 25 the week of. These are still available. Well, I don't know if they are right this second. These were still available at Midtown for $18. So I'm not sure why there was several $35 sales for this, mixed in with $15 sales. And then, like I said, it's still available for $18 at Midtown. So I'm not necessarily thinking this is all on the up and up. So
Oh,
that's
a
just my
bummer.
thought.
If that's the case, that's such a bummer, man.
Who's
'Cause
this
this is-
character?
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
I really hope someone remarks the horse in the background as a unicorn. Sorry, just random thought.
What does this character have to do with Superman?
Who knows? I haven't
She's
read it
waiting
yet.
for him. And
Yeah.
she's waiting for him.
Here's my answer. Yes.
Like, there is literally no way that I would look at this cover and be like, oh, that's a Superman book for sure.
Here's the real answer. Yes.
Help, I can't find my horse.
Isn't that gorgeous though? How it's like a ghost image of a horse, and then obviously the moon. The character's name is Marilyn Moon Knight, and it's the origin of the character. So
Marilyn Moon Knight?
Marilyn
comic book
Moon Knight,
countdown
yeah.
is
Look at
setting
that!
the villain.
Holy cow, dude! Look at how great that badonkadonk is. Jesus.
Mary and Deadpool.
Look at how
That's
her
a
hair
terrible-
is.
that's a
That's
terrible
crazy. And she's got
Marilyn
guns.
Moon Knight. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jorge says it's Moonlight, not Moon Knight.
Oh, Moonlight. Okay.
Yeah. Moonlight. What did I say? Moon Knight? Sorry, Marilyn Moonlight. Yeah. No, I said Moonlight. I
Joe-
read it. Yeah.
That's why Joe's
I would have just
dying.
been, I'm fucking done. I'm done if it was Marilyn Moon Knight. Jesus Christ, dude.
Doc Joe says, rumor has it she's in Deadpool 3. Oh,
my
man.
God.
I think it's a cool looking character, man. I like how her hair is like all twined up like that. And then she's got the gun, the 6-shooter, and some type of crazy ghost horse.
That's a long ponytail. That thing
Yeah.
goes down to her ankles.
Yeah, and her first appearance is got that crazy Zerdy cover, as our boy James Kreider is saying, one of the best IG content, comic book content creators out there. So good
Yeah,
stuff.
James would make you spend some money, dude. He starts putting books up and like, God damn it, let me go on eBay and see if they have it. You
Damn
know?
right.
Cut it
Damn
out,
right.
James.
Yeah, he was in the Zenoscope sale the other night. That I want to see what he pulled out of there. All right, what is this selling for again? How much? You said it was like 18 to 25.
15 to 35.
Okay.
But they are still available at Midtown for 18.
There we
So
go.
it's 35 with an asterisk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 35 is suspect.
There's a lot of suspect things in comic books lately, that's for sure. Moving on. This is one of those suspect things. Look, this cover is god awful, and Star Wars has just not been good. High Republic issue 3, I think this is volume 3 of the High Republic, right? This just came out. It's the Miko Suyan 1 in 100 connecting virgin variant, and that is rough.
Looks like Yul Brenner from the Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
Do
I
you
am
have
the
a
king, yes I am.
Do you have a picture of what these all these connecting covers look like together?
Hold on.
I'm just curious what it actually looks like, because they all look the same, so it will look like they're all just standing there in like perfect form. It's gonna look really strange.
Yeah, it looks like Destro, dude, from G.I. Joe, dude. They
With
do
a
a
lightsaber.
crossover. Destro is a fucking Jedi now, dude.
Right? All right, let's see here.
Yeah. So while Brian's looking that up, this one is very limited in sales, but the sales that are there, 140. So,
Garbage.
Crap.
Yep.
Crap.
We got by the way, we got a really good comment about calling art garbage or crap. Did you see that comment? The guy's like, I'm done with you guys. You guys are just calling all these great artists garbage. You guys have probably never drawn something in your life. Yeah, you're probably right. And I still don't like this cover. It's still garbage, in my opinion.
Not true. In college, I won second place in the student art show.
oh, that's true. Hey, when I was in 7th grade, I drew one of my Eastlands. I had to draw and like with pencils and like shade it, and I won a prize for that.
And I actually got a check for getting second place. So
I mean,
go.
just
You could
like
say I'm
doing
a
shit
paid
with
artist.
Play-Doh count. You know what I mean?
I used to take silly putty
Better than me.
and put it
I don't
on
win any money.
comic
Yeah.
newspaper strips, you know.
I mean, I was a starving college student, so $250 that barely buys you a book.
JC Comic Stuff says, I love artists, but I know what a turd looks like.
Hey, I don't know how to change oil in a car either, but I know a good car from a bad car. I mean, it's not. I don't have to be a mechanic to know.
It's fun to change your oil. You got to do it at least once.
Hell no.
Nah, I'll just sit in the
yeah,
car.
I'll pay
Valvoline takes
for it.
care of
Hey,
me.
Yeah, $50.
The
at
annoying
least.
part is disposing of the oil. That's
The annoying other part is getting underneath your car and having to do shit when you're an old man. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding. How much is this selling for?
140.
Wow.
140? Get the hell out of here, bro. Are you serious? Who the hell
Yeah.
is paying 140 for this book? Bro, quit buying these books, dude. Whoever it is. Please, for the love of God. And you're
Hey,
gonna
Miko
you're gonna let
Soy's fans
Adam
can
Hughes
spend
sell
as
for
much
like
money as they
$28.
want.
Are you serious? Bro, this book, please tell me this book did not sell for $140, dude. Oh my God,
Okay,
dude.
it didn't.
God damn it, dude. We're,
Joe almost had
bro,
a heart attack.
oh my God, 140, dude, $14. That's what, dude, 14, not 140. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm sorry, dude. That book sucks.
Lucas said that the drunken sharks bought like 10 of them. Oh, no. No. Well, they're probably doing it just to flip, not because they liked it.
Bro,
It's a
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Can't take
Drunken
bro,
Shark
that
140
book
raw,
sucks.
yes. 140 raw.
So on Drunken Chat, we used to drop links to different books or whatever throughout the show, and then the Drunken Sharks were everyone that was watching that bought all the copies
okay.
out. Yeah. So
I thought it was like a click or something like that. Like, hey man, we're part of the Drunken Shark, posse or something like that. Like, don't mess with the Drunken Sharks.
I wouldn't
Jets
mess
versus
with
the
them
Sharks.
Still. Like, yeah, they're still sharks, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
if they were up there watching YouTube shows at 4:00 in the morning,
and buying comic books, and
Buying comic books.
buying out a store, like
Yeah. Shout out to Lucas, one of the good guys.
like everyone's orders getting canceled in the morning. Like why did my order get canceled? What
And-
am I trying to buy 20 copies of at 3 in the morning?
Comic Centric says, and yet I can't get an Ultimate Spider-Man #1 cover A. Well, we're definitely going to get into that tonight for sure.
Hey, that
Moving
was
on.
140 raw.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man, it just came
Who's
out
gonna
this
grade
week.
it? Yeah, it
can't
just
be
came out.
graded.
Well, you never know. I've
Well, that
seen
is
some shit. I've seen some shit, bro.
It's true.
You know what I mean? There's a couple of companies that'll slab it
Uh,
right from the printer.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. That's just what I've heard.
Moving on. Back to the Future. That same IDW run that gave us that great Z-Box variant with the, what is that called? The Almanac.
Sports
Sports
Almanac.
Yeah. Back to the Future #1. This is the Timothy Lim variant. It was a retailer exclusive, but that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this one.
I haven't either.
Hey, he's got
and
his dog Einstein, dude.
it actually is a nice looking cover.
Yeah, that's
Um,
pretty good. And the clock tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the clock tower.
Norman
And
Rockwell.
yes, I was gonna
homage.
say it's got that Norman Rockwell feel.
Mhm.
It looks good. But I've never.
It's got a hoverboard. Yes.
You have to have the hoverboard, right?
Right.
Yeah, this sold for $90 this week. I've never seen it. Anybody ever seen this one?
Never.
No.
No.
And that book is what came out in 2015.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. That it's a clock in the background too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great cover, man.
I like that. I might try and hunt that book down. I like that.
What are they
Yeah, I
selling
like all
for?
the Easter eggs in it.
I mean, it is a store variant, so
Yeah.
that's going to be your issue of trying to hunt it down. Because I don't know where this store is located, but I feel like it's in North Carolina or something like that. Is it in the Carolinas?
Could
Is
be.
that where this place is?
Yeah, it could be.
I don't like. Again, I never say. I tell Brian who these stores are, but I don't ever say them because I don't want to promote anybody unless they, want to send,
Pay us.
send Yee some free books.
Kind of like how Ethan Van Sciver said, I'm not gonna review ISOM #1 unless you guys pay me $1,000 in super chat. We're not gonna say who these books are from unless you pay us $1,000 in super chat. So you gotta monetize
Nobody
it.
better do not do that. Nobody
No.
send me money to say
No.
books. Don't do that.
That's a joke. That is a joke. Don't take that out of context, you snakes. Moving on.
Oh wait, we're not supposed to be taking money from retailers? Okay.
That was we messed that up a long time ago, according to some people out there. Oh God, no, let's get into more trouble. Next on the Almost 10, this cover is so damn funny, and you gotta love Dynamite for pulling it off. Vampirella Year 1, issue #4, the Giovanni Timpano Virgin variant. Look at those nips. Oh my Lord. Damn.
What is going? Okay, first of all, first question I have: Has
I can't.
anybody
I can't.
has anybody ever read Year 1 of this? Like, what does this even mean? Like, is she actually pregnant?
Bro, I
In
can't.
the story?
Look at Hood. Hood's like
So, at my LCS, there was some kid that worked there who was actually reading Vampirella, and so like I had to ask him like can you update me like on all of these different storylines, like and tell me kind of what's going on, and like I'm like I don't care how long I stand in the store, just like explain to me what's going on, like I have to understand why people like read this book, because it can't just be all like a cover buy, right?
Hood.
There's no way that it would exist for this long if it was just covers.
Hood. If there was
am I
ever
wrong?
a cover for you to yell your tagline, this is it.
Mama! Just scare. Mama! That's somebody's mother right there, bro.
Yeah, that whoever is in her belly.
Can we also think of the irony of like why they would make a virgin cover of this?
Hey,
Right.
somebody must have
Like
loved
she's
Demi
holding a
Moore.
baby.
Yeah.
It's a pregnant cover.
Yeah.
But 1 in 100 pregnant.
I mean, it's super convenient that her outfit works pregnant or not pregnant.
She's comfortable. She's comfortable. The baby just chilling.
Comics and Sneakers says Filth.
Oh,
Oh God, we're terrible, man.
And
has anybody?
almost-
Did you even know about this book before?
No,
No.
no. 2022. Shout out to Dynamite, man. Woo.
But he did explain to me how she got pregnant, but I don't remember, obviously, because he went off to college or whatever. So yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
kind of
get
like
the issue before.
yeah, the person keeping me up to date on Vampirella, they're gone.
Oh my God,
Get the issue
dude.
before you find out how she got pregnant.
Man. And on top of it, look at those damn nips, man. Jesus. Damn. All right, moving on. How much are these selling for?
Joe, $25, Joe. So
Wow.
go ahead and get out of
Bro, I wouldn't pay
Benjamin
50
and go
cents
get.
for that book, bro.
You're gonna go get 4 of them this week. It's all right. We love you still.
Gary Brown says, I got the trade dress of this.
Ugh.
At least you admit it. I respect that.
Pass.
All right. Next on the almost 10, 187 watching, 78 likes. Hit that thumbs up button. You guys know how we do this. Army of Darkness, Bubba Hotep, number 3. What a killer cover this is, man. Another great Dynamite book. They got the great Army of Darkness, Tony Fleek's book that they're doing right now, which is great. This is from the 2019 series, Army of Darkness, Bubba Hotep, and 2 great Bruce Campbell played characters on that cover, and a lot of roaches.
This is very strange. Like, first of all, the Bubba Hotep thing is weird to start with, but then to do a crossover with Army of Darkness, it's very, very strange. Okay, I don't understand this one at all. This is the A cover. This is just a regular cover. I'm assuming like literally nobody bought this. That's the only thing I can think, because the CGC 9.8 of this number 3 issue that has literally nothing else going for it sold for $150 this week.
Raw?
Bro.
No, CGC 9.8.
Okay.
What the
CGC
fuck are
9.8.
people buying, dude?
From the personal collection of Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand it. I'm so confused.
Bubba Hotep was a weird movie. It was good, though.
Yeah, it is good, but it is weird.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, man. There we go.
Somebody put some good books on here, man. I'm getting a headache, dude.
Hey, there's a couple coming up. And you're gonna be like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Oh,
What
no.
are those? Moving on. This was a tough one. I couldn't find any information on this book. Couldn't even find a picture. I had to crop up this one from what Stein had seen on the original sale, I guess. Green Arrow, issue number 5, I think, from 2016, I think. It's a Mexican soccer variant.
Okay, first of all, if anybody has this, I want this. Like, I want this
Yesterday.
book. So
Bro, they made her
don't-
look Latina, dude.
I don't know why. I mean, first of all, it's Green Arrow and Wonder Woman's right there on the cover. Why is there soccer? I have no idea. The back cover is all green. It's got the Mexican national team soccer emblem on the back cover.
Get her, vato.
Oh,
Is this from, like, the
you think
World
it's like
Cup?
Is it like a
It's-
promo?
It must be some kind of a promo. I don't know
Vamos,
where.
Mexico.
It's
No
so
idea where
good.
this came from. This only sold for $15. So if somebody's got one of these to sell for $15, please let me know and I will buy it.
Well, shout out to International
That's
Comics
pretty cool,
Josh.
man.
He says he could probably find it. So, Stein, send him on a mission, my friend.
He's in
For like
Cleveland.
$1.
He's in Cleveland. He's not finding this one.
You have that book where all those
Dude,
Mexicans are trying to get Wonder Woman, bro?
Challenge accepted.
His network of international comics goes far.
Yeah.
You would be surprised. Like
It is true.
I put it like I found out about that Something Is Killing the Children Brazilian book. Like he was on it. Like he found X amount, and him and I split the amount that we found. Like
I would like this one. This is one that just because it is super unique and it's got a soccer cover, so you don't see those very often at all. Which is kind of confusing. It's kind of weird if you really think about it. I mean, soccer is like the number one sport. Why aren't there more sports covers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably not a ton of...
I can only think of the '90s ones and like the LeBron James ones with Powerade.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple out there. I mean, there's the Tim Duncan cover, with the Punisher, and but there's
Super Pro.
Yeah, I don't have that one. I need that one, but there's not many of them out there.
It's probably too expensive to get the likeness of using that player.
I guess.
Or even getting the license from NBA or NFL, whatever sport.
I guess. I don't know.
Hopefully, it wasn't a Sports Illustrated variant.
This one I just didn't know. I've never seen it before.
Like, I'm surprised they haven't never done like a mascot variant. Like they take all the mascots because it can't be too expensive to do that.
Hi Nathan says this is part of a trifecta, I guess, a connecting cover, and there's the set on Mercado Libre right now. Send the link to Stein on IG. Hi Nathan.
That would be cool. Interesting connecting cover. That does it have other DC heroes on the other covers?
Passing to her, maybe.
Like that pass just came from Superman, and it's about to go like he kicked it so hard it's going to go like through her stomach or something like that.
The lasso of truth will protect her.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it seems kind of unfair if Wonder Woman and Superman are playing soccer against like normal people.
It's not just Wonder Woman and Superman. They threw in Batman too, and Green Arrow, as you can see. So,
oh man, that is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Real, I've never seen that.
All right, next, Ultimate Invasion #1, the second printing, and you guys have seen what's been going on with Ultimates and the new Ultimate Spider-Man stuff. They're going to be doing the Ultimate Black Panther coming out soon. They had the one shot. They've got some big plans for this, it sounds like.
Yeah, so pretty much, I mean, just because of all the buzz around Ultimate Spider-Man, I mean, they're going to jump back. People are going to jump back to this one that came out last. Hey, that was on my birthday. They came out last year, with a cool homage cover. And is this like this is like the same iteration of the new Ultimate Spider-Man, right?
I'm not sure, but I know the maker's a big part of it. Yeah.
ASM 50,
It's cool. I like the maker. I think he's a great character.
Yeah.
Here's the only question I have. Is there a 1 in 25 incentive variant for this?
For the second print?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think the second print is selling well because the Spider-Man is on the cover, right?
Okay. Yeah,
and that doesn't look like Peter Parker in the new Ultimate.
It's in the test tube.
Yep.
That makes more sense now. Okay.
Yeah. So there we go.
But, yeah, if there's a 1 in 25 for this, like someone is sitting on piles and piles of the second print.
What's this selling for again?
Like $15. It was only selling for like cover price like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So it's definitely going up, but it's hard to tell because I don't necessarily know if people are fully on board with buying this, or if it's just just a couple sales that are just like outliers. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Interesting. All right, you guys, that is the almost 10. You guys know that one of my favorite
You didn't find the other.
things.
You didn't find the other book?
Which one?
The last one?
Did I
Actually,
not
there's
see it?
two.
What did I miss? Oh, I missed them. We're gonna have to talk about them next week. Hold on. Actually, we're not gonna talk about them next week. We're gonna talk about them now because I'm gonna go find them.
Okay.
Hold
So
on
you know
here.
you can
I got
see
'em.
you can see those.
Yeah, let me get them. All right.
See, we for some
I got
reason
the
I think
last
we like.
one.
I feel like we like the almost 10 more than anything.
I think we do. Yeah. All right, hold on here. This is the other Almost 10 book. Ooh, oh my lord, is that good? Hold on, you guys. Woo wee.
Later, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
See you,
Have a
Joe.
good weekend, brother.
This is the Occultist #1, the Jenny Frizen variant. Look at that.
Yeah, so Dark Horse did a bunch of these 25th anniversary books. I know they did one for Hellboy. Gosh, there was several of them that they did.
I remember these. It
Yeah.
wasn't too long ago, right?
No, it was. I don't know. Was this like 8 years ago, something like that?
Oh, okay.
2011.
Oh, so
Oh,
12
wow.
years ago. Gosh, 12 years ago.
Maybe I remember seeing them recently.
Yeah, so this one's an older Frizen, for sure. I haven't had a hard time finding some of these covers from these 25th anniversary, but some of them, like this one, I haven't found. I don't think they're printed. I think they're all printed fairly similarly as far as like how many, but obviously this one's a Frizen cover, so that's probably what's driven the price. This is a $200 book.
Whoa.
Oh,
So some of the other ones you can get for like less than $10, but this one's $200.
it's because it's been used in pagan sacrifices of all those pentagrams and
Look how badass
Yep.
the snakes look.
yeah.
Man, that's cool. 200. That's awesome.
Yep.
That is great. And then
It's how
our
you join the occult, you know. If
I'm
you're
not sure
coping
what.
with it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure like where stores would like where they would put that. Like if they would put it under the O section, or if just because they see Dark Horse, or they put it under D. I don't know.
and then
The
our
giant 25 just in the 25 section.
next
numbers.
Almost 10 book. Who Be Boo #1 from 1983. What is this?
Okay, so I'm not really sure. The only thing that I know is if you look at the names that are down there for the artists, that one right there, Matt Groening from
And
1983.
Is that
I don't know
Linsner
if this,
spelled wrong?
I don't know if that's actually Linsner, if it's Linsner or Listener. I don't know.
Early work from Matt Groening right there.
Yep.
Wow, dude. Great find.
Nice.
Hoobie Boo. I literally have no idea what this book is about. I can't even tell what I'm looking at there on the cover. It looks like a crab, but I'm not 100%.
Looks like a guy
sure.
trying to read a comic, and do something else. But I might have to find this. We might have to add this to the Beyond Wednesday's Creators First list, right?
I don't know if it's anybody's first. I don't know if it's.
We'll just say early work, right?
Yeah,
It's
this
definitely early.
Early groaning work. That's probably because I would assume like what Groening's like first published work was like newspapers, right?
Well,
like he had his buddy cartoons and stuff like that.
I don't know. I mean, it's really odd. I mean, because you think about this is 83. I mean, Simpsons didn't come out until late 80s. So I mean, this
For the
is
Tracy,
many.
because it was a short for the Tracy Ullman show.
Right. You
Which-
should know that. You're not even old enough. You weren't even alive then.
I watched those Tracy Ullman shows.
I'm a huge Simpsons fan. If you didn't know, like, so I'm so invested into the Simpsons. I got tattoos, Simpsons tattoos.
The Simpsons came out when I was in high school.
I have multiple Simpsons tattoos. So, so while we're doing this real short story, I have a Camp Krusty sign on my leg where it says like Camp Krusty, the crustiest place on earth.
Uh-huh.
I used to be in a crust band, which is a genre of music. So the joke was everywhere I went was the crustiest place on earth. Okay,
That's hilarious.
yeah. And then I got the so it's a Camp Krusty sign on my above my knee, and then I have a rat boy Bart biting into the sign, gnawing on the leg. Oh,
That is funny.
yeah. So multiple Simpsons tattoos because I got them on like two radically different sessions or whatever, or dates.
That's
Same
excellent.
artist. So.
Man, what a great find. That's super cool.
Yeah, so this one sold for 110, which that might not be a bad price, depending on what this actually is. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure there can't be many of these out there.
Damn. Yeah.
Oh,
That is great. That's cool. All right, you guys. That is why you watch the House of Stein channel, to find great information books like this. Come hang out with us tomorrow night, you guys. Not only will we have the crazy comic book drama alert segment, but we will have the amazing, the great Jay Stevens joining us tomorrow. Jay Stevens, the creator, artist, writer extraordinaire that is doing Dwellings. Also did a lot of famous Cartoon Network stuff, and just recently announced doing the new Gold Key Comics character, Figgy Furthermore, for their new Kickstarter campaign. This is going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to talk to him. So we're going to talk to him tomorrow at the beginning of the show, 10 p.m. Eastern on Beyond Wednesday's YouTube channel. So come hang out with us, and if you have any questions, put them in the live chat, and we'll try to get them answered. I know there's a lot of big fans of the Dwellings IP in the book, and man, Jay Stevens has been in the game for a long time. He's been in the game since 1994, I believe. Started as a young buck, and just doing great stuff. An amazing artist. And if you guys have never read Dwellings, you need to. It might look cartoony, but it is absolutely horrific. Go check it out. Great series. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Almost 10. Let's get into the list.
Yeah.
Starting off with our honorable mention Golden Age book, Terrors of the Jungle, number 17, from Star Publications in 1952. Look at the beautiful colors on that cover. Holy cow.
I mean, without even looking at any detail, you know this is LB Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Straight by color. But like when you actually zoom in and start looking at this, first of all, it's got I love the caption at the bottom left where it just randomly just says, I mean, it just says it: voodoo, witchcraft, mystery, black magic. It's not even like not even trying to hide it or anything like that, but all kinds of things going on this cover, just like most LB Cole. It's stuff, it's just some weird stuff going on. Gorgeous.
Voodoo. What more do you need to say, right?
right. It's just gorgeous. Like I would love to go back to that time and like talk to some of these like great artists from the 50s. Like where did they where did they come up with this stuff? Because this was not done before them. I mean, they just did it.
Yeah. Man.
How many drinks do you think you would have to buy them before they start answering your questions?
Oh, they probably back then they didn't even get credit for their work, so they're probably just like, if somebody wants to talk to me about my drawings, cool.
So
After
did
blowing cigarette smoke in your face?
we have a big heritage sale on this recently?
Yes. So this sold in a CGC 6.5 1 year ago in January of 2023. A 6.5 sold for $3,000. This month, a CGC 6.0, which is half a grade lower, sold for $4,100. So it's up $1,100 in a year with a half grade lower.
Damn, the shrunken heads, the skull, the damsel in distress. Oh man, that is just the colors. That is amazing.
Yeah, love it.
Yep. That's great. Beautiful. Airboy the Barbarian says, LB Cole explained in the interviews that he drew like this to draw attention away from all the other comics on a newsstand. Wow, that's cool.
I could see that. I can see how your eyes would be like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's like, I want that one.
Yeah, right.
That's sick.
And the little kid's mom is like, no, she's being burned at a stake. You're not buying that one.
Seduction of the innocent, man. Moving on to our next
You're going to church. You can't grab that.
honorable mention book, Night Cry #1 from CFD Productions from January of 1994.
Shout out Hot or Modern Playbook.
We talked about this book like a year ago, right? And I don't remember what the context was. I don't know if it was, oh, you got a copy. You
It's
suck.
signed too.
By
Signed.
who?
I picked this up last week.
By
First
the
printing.
dude that started Hostel?
First printing, signed. Night
You just
Cry.
got it?
Just got it. I showed it on pickups the other day. And not only did I get this, I picked up the Woe book, former Woe book of the week. Remember that All Shook Up book that you put? That it's a astronaut in space and he's like dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the skeleton looking thing.
I found that today too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Man, I need to go look for some books.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I had a good first day out of the beginning of the year. Like, I can't complain.
Man.
That's-
CFW Productions stands for Cry for Dawn Productions, according to Wonderworld Comics, aka our friend Dennis Barger.
So is this this isn't a Linsner cover though, is it?
I'm not sure. Let me take a look.
I know it's pretty
No.
hard to find in low print run and all that.
Yeah. So yeah, the first CGC 9.8 sold this week, ever for this book. So the market was set for $250 for CGC 9.8.
Wow.
I don't know how hard it is to get a 9.8. How nice is your copy, Brian?
It's not a 9.8. Well, there's no spine ticks. It's signed.
But it's like that cards. It's like a cardstock cover, though, right?
I don't think so. Could be. Yeah.
Oh, Josh said it's Byron Winton,
Yeah, there we go.
cover artist.
So, I don't know if Byron Winton signed this or maybe Linsner signed it. Whose autograph is that?
That's not Linsner,
Okay.
I don't think.
Okay.
It doesn't look like a bee, though, either.
Yeah.
It was the shop owner.
Yeah. You know how much I paid for that book?
It was the inker.
Right? Who? How much?
$2.
$1.
I was gonna say. Yeah. I was gonna guess 5. But
So it's a cool cover, man. Creepy.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Wonderworld says that is Joseph Michael Linsner. Is that Joseph Michael Linsner? It might be. JM.
It doesn't look like his signature though. He's got more loops in it.
Yeah.
I think some of the cover is like getting, like the ink color he used to is interrupting the loops that you're.
Of course, maybe if it was signed, 25 years ago, he may have had a different signature back then.
Yeah.
That's true too.
Well, it's pretty cool, man. Great honorable mention books this week. So, cover art is Brian Hilton. Okay. So, who knows? All right, moving on to the number 10 spot. Cobra Commander number 1, the 1 in 250 David Mack connecting cover, and holy cow, was this issue good? It was excellent.
So what was it? What was it a few weeks ago when? What was the one that came out a few weeks ago? Was it
Duke?
Duke, yeah, and it had the Mac cover,
Mm-hmm.
and that sold well. This Cobra Commander, and this one's gorgeous too. There's just something different about Mac's art that just looks different than everybody else.
When he's not stealing it.
Yeah, I don't really see anybody that does anything like what he does, which I like.
Yeah.
But this one's this is 1 in 250 selling for 300, so it's doing pretty good.
Yep.
It's his use of layers. It's so good and so tasteful.
Well, I just have to say again, if you guys haven't had a chance at reading this book, it is fucking excellent. And I'm going to say this right now. The Energon verse, Transformers, has been knocked out the park great. I wasn't a fan of Duke, but this was excellent. I'm not a fan of Void Rivals, but the Transformers G.I. Joe world that they're creating is going to be so good. And on top of that, the stuff that they're still doing with the Larry Hama stuff is still good. I am so stoked for what Skybound is doing with these properties. I'm excited. So
it's good to hear.
Yeah, great writing too.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it was going to be a hit or miss, and I was hoping for a hit, and so yeah, I've been impressed by what I've read so far.
They come right out the gate, knock it out the park in this. Spoilers. Issue number 1, issue number 2 is going to have the Dreadnoks, and they also talk about Cobra Law right out the gate. So, great stuff. Not bad. All right, moving on. Number 9 spot this week. Spider-Gwen Smash, number 2, the Nakayama 1 in 100 Virgin variant with, of course, Spider-Gwen and our favorite Dazzler, a.k.a. Taylor Swift.
T-Swift.
Yeah.
It's funny. So this one came out 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we did the show last week, there had been no sales of this. So wasn't really sure if this was going to be hard to find or not hard to find. This week there was a couple sales, anywhere from 100 to 110. So not like super expensive, but still not bad either, considering it is just there is a trade dress of this exact cover. So,
yep.
Again, we've mentioned that like 1,000 times. If Marvel or DC, not so much DC, it's mostly Marvel, if they're going to do a version of this, don't have a trade dress. Just make each cover unique, and covers like this will sell better on the secondary market if they would just stop doing that.
Do you see what?
How can you call it a virgin with a Marvel in the title?
Have you seen what DC is doing? How they're printing their variant covers now? So they're printing the book like normal with the A cover, right? And the shitty new paper and everything. They're printing, all the books like that. And then they take those books and then they just send it through another machine just to put a new cover on it, which is like what do they call it? Dust jacket almost, and That's how they're doing their variants now. So you got the variant, you open, it's got the variant cover on it, like a different cover. You open it up, and there's the regular cover.
Oh,
what like they used to do for the blank covers?
Yeah. Yep.
Are they doing the same thing where they took off the barcode off the A cover?
I don't think they're printing it any different, and it just helps them pad their number, obviously, and they don't have to waste money. You know, they could just print up every book like that, and then they just add a new cover to it, so you get both
potentially
covers.
if the A cover becomes more valuable than whatever cover they put on,
they could just rip it off. Yep,
they could just rip it off.
I think so, but I'm not sure. Yeah,
that's kind of scummy.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm not condoning that. The paper that they're using is shitty stock paper now. So,
oh, Marvel,
DC doing that. So, yeah.
Who are these people that are running these companies?
Exactly.
I mean,
they're industry old people that won't.
They're
leave their jobs.
They're not, dude. They're not old people. They're new people, bro. They're new people that haven't been in the industry for long. They don't know the culture. They don't know the history. It's not
so
comic
it's like someone
people
like
anymore.
out of industry that's trying to do like cost savings,
Yes.
like bullshit or whatever. Oh,
yes,
I get it now.
And then they put people that we think of those people like Jim Lee, and they put them in, you know, what do they call those? Like I don't want to say fake positions, but like a figurehead type thing, kind of like what they did to Bob Kane, where they just said, just give him an office and let him think he's, you know, the head of DC type deal. So, yeah, that's one of the big problems. That's, you know, over the last couple of months, whatever people have been talking about how the industry is, you know, taking such a shit. That's one of the reasons. It's sad.
Yeah.
But how much is this selling for again?
100 to 110.
Interesting.
Still only.
And I don't think this one's bad. I don't think this one's terrible.
It's not bad. Yeah.
I still need to read this title. I have it in my pool, I think.
Yeah. So, all right. On to number 8 spot this week. Marvel Meow. Number 1. The Dolly variant.
Okay, what is this even about? Cats? I mean, what? Just a cat?
Yeah. It's a superhero cats or something like that.
What? Seriously, what is the fascination with these animal books? I'm so confused.
We're getting a new JLA ape coming here soon too.
Dude, people love their cats, man. Like cats are a different lifestyle.
I guess.
Hey, cats are cool. Cat people are cool. I know how much I care about my dog, and you know, that's why they call them fur babies. We don't discriminate around here.
It's a vibe. I mean, I used to have a cat. You know, I get it. I just prefer having dogs over cats. But yeah,
cats are easier to kick.
Hey, at least they land on their feet always.
Yeah. So this one came out just a couple weeks ago. I mean, obviously,
love Lion King.
Yeah, obviously, it's a Lion King. You know, there's no hidden messages in the clouds. They could have done that. That would have been cool if they would have put like hidden messages in the clouds like Lion King did. But
that's not.
This was only like a $6 book. Now it's 15 to 20, and I think this was just an open to order. I don't think this was anything. Maybe it was a qualifier. I don't know. I'm not a retailer, so I don't really. If anybody knows for sure. Hey JC, my list of things that I hate, I think grows daily. I think I'm literally just becoming the get off my lawn guy.
I mean, that's Marvel's done cat covers over the years anyway, so it's nothing new. Like it just comes back every 5 years or so.
I'm just looking at those cats in the window. That white cat looks really weird. Like, first of all, how'd those cats get outside onto that window? Because that window is shut.
Yeah.
So how'd they get there? They're on the top floor. So how'd they get there? I don't know.
Yeah. How do cats get stuck in walls? There's no
Yeah.
answer to. They can enter into like nether dimensions, man.
I guess. I don't
Yeah. Well,
So weird.
on to the
They
number
defy the laws of
7
physics.
spot this week. Oh man, I think this is going to be on the list for multiple weeks. My favorite cover of the week: Cobra Commander #1, the 1 in 100 John Boy-Myers foil spoiler variant, and man, is that freaking gorgeous! It
The
looks
foils are
so
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Like Skybound's, like they're giving it the royal treatment on their foil covers. Like it's that thick cardstock you want to see, so you know it's solid. Like, and then the shine on it, it's like not.
It sparkles.
overpowering.
It's got sparkles in it too.
Yeah, it doesn't look
Like
like the type
glitter.
that if you put your finger on it, it's gonna leave a fingerprint.
Mm.
Man,
Did you get this one, Brian?
no, I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked. So
Did these come on these spoiler variants? Did they come bagged, like black bagged or anything, or
I
are
don't
they
think
just
so.
there?
No, yeah, they're just there.
I think they're just there, but they don't show the preview art to it.
Okay, so it's only a spoiler once somebody actually gets the order in. It's not.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that makes more sense. Okay, I was a little confused, but
I mean,
that's
I
good.
wonder if I can't remember if retailers can see it before, like through their ordering system. They might be able
Sometimes.
to,
Yeah, man,
but
that's good.
it's like one of those things they might be able to see it, but they can't share the image.
okay, that makes sense.
Killer.
Now this
cover.
one's selling. This one's selling for 125 to 130.
Oh, Lucas would know. Chillins, let us know if like you can see spoiler variants before.
Some you
beforehand.
can, but I don't think this one. This one was tough to find a picture of. I used it from in the thumbnail for the Wednesday show the other night. And it was tough to find a picture of, and it came out that day. So
Did you end up using Nate's pics?
no, I went on eBay and found one that somebody was selling. So,
Nice.
but damn, it's nice. Damn.
Oh, not till
damn.
after FOC. Okay, that's interesting to know. They can't see spoiler covers until after FOC,
There you go.
so they have to go into it blind too as well. That's kind of
That's tough to do.
All right. At
That's like opening
number
a pack of cards.
at number 6 this week, Captain Marvel #4, the Canaro 1 in 25, which was on the list last week. So, great cover
Yeah.
too.
So we talked about Sergeant Pepper's Captain Marvel.
Drug
yeah,
deal.
yeah, we talked about the strangeness, but we also talked about how there probably weren't very many of these. Like, this is what Captain Marvel's like 14th volume. Nobody really buys Captain Marvel very much, and this is a #4. So, last week this was 25 to 40. This is now 50 to 60, and there is literally I could only find one listing of this book on eBay. One current. So
It's a good
every
cover.
copy is gone except for one. It is not my copy, so don't act like don't accuse me of propping it up. I do not have this book.
And once it's by, it'll never be seen again. No, I'm just
Never.
joking. Until it shows up on this list again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I pulled
I mean,
out
it's
all
just one of those books that we kind of talked about that there just probably aren't very many of them. Whether you like the cover or don't. I mean, I think Black Cat looks outstanding on this cover. The rest of it's a little weird, but
I think it's great all around. It's different.
it is
It's
different.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, is it cover of the year material? Probably for now, but I mean, like
No, I don't think it's cover of the year.
6
but
months from now, I don't know if it's going to make it to the whole year.
It's
But
different.
it'll be
I like
rare.
it.
It'll be hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you go meet up with somebody on OfferUp. Usually stolen goods, and you know, you feel a little weird making the sale.
So there's this one street in Houston you go to, and
I believe that. Houston's a weird place.
Every town has that one street. It's called Kensington.
they actually shut down
Philadelphia.
that street. They actually shut down that street here in Houston.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
probably
really?
just
Drug
moved-
markets.
It's well, it probably just moved somewhere else.
They used to call it the
But they-
zone out here.
Yeah, I forgot what they called it, but I forgot what they did. They did something weird. Like they ended up putting like speed bumps all throughout the road and something else, like where police are actually like going there more often. Instead of letting them just, do whatever they were doing there
Yeah.
for the world's oldest profession. There you go.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. At number 5 this week, Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the J. Scott Campbell cover on the list.
Yeah, this one we talked kind of in about all the different covers for this. This one's odd. This is like this reminds me of what was that movie with Ryan Gosling and La La Land? That's what this cover reminds me of, is the La La Land movie poster, but it's kind of like weird, but was $6 last week, which was cover price. Now it is $20 to $25. It's weird what the 1 in 5, is it 500?
Yeah,
or
1
which
in
one's the
500.
version? 1 in 500 is the
500,
Campbell
yeah.
version of this. It is not selling for any great amount,
Selling for like 400.
which isn't terrible, but it's not. All the ratios are, none of the ratios are selling above ratio.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the store variants, that the store variants got all the ratios, but they did not get, like, this is like the C cover or whatever it is. They didn't get that in their order. They got all the ratios. So I think the ratios are probably more in supply. I don't know if they're actually in more supply. They just aren't selling for whatever the ratio is.
They're plentiful enough for the people that want them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It looks like they're doing the was it the hot potato, right? Put your right foot in. Sorry, Joe. I know you love
The
this
hokey
cover.
pokey.
Yeah, the hokey pokey. There you go.
Well, you guys, this is not the first time we're going to be talking about this book, or the second time, or the third time. At number 4 this week, the Stegman cover to Ultimate Spider-Man #1, my favorite cover, and a great pickup to spec on because first cover appearance of the 2 kids too. So,
yeah, this one, just like the Campbell, last week was like $6. Now it's 20 to 25. So this one's, I made fun of this cover last week.
Has it grown on you?
I mean, okay, look, I think I like Stegman's art, and I don't think that it's like, I think the cover is okay. It just is. I don't think I like the way Spider-Man looks. Like, he just looks so disheveled. Like, he
like
just
that.
looks like I just feel like he, instead of having the Spider-Man suit, he should have a Starbucks barista.
well, that's the whole point, dude.
Jersey on.
Did you get a chance to read it yet, Stein?
Okay, do you really think I have not? First of all, I don't make it to stores. I don't have.
You don't
any
have to
of
make it
these.
to stores. I'll hook you up with a digital copy. That's no, seriously, dude. He's old.
Does he work at
didn't get.
Starbucks?
Well, no, he's old. He works at the Daily Bugle. He didn't get bit by the spider, and he doesn't get. He gets a second chance when he's like in his late 30s or 40s, I think.
It's like 20 years after he's out of.
He
high
was
school.
supposed to be bit. Yeah, so he's in his
Yeah.
40s or something when he gets to become Spider-Man, and that's kind of the look. He's a dad. And
I'm a dad. I can comb my. Well, I don't have any hair, but I can
Yeah.
comb my hair if I had any. for a picture.
That's supposed to be the look. I think that's they nailed it too. So it's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely like a mall photo picture. And then like I feel like the cover means more after you read it, because then it becomes a nice juxtaposition of
Okay, all right. How about this? I will refrain from saying anything else about this cover until I read it.
I'll send you a link after the show.
Okay.
So, all right, you guys.
Yeah.
We've got 189 watching live. Hit that thumbs up button. We're going to get into the top 3 spots for this week's list. And guess what? At number 3, Ultimate Spider-Man, number 1, but kind of 2 covers at number 3. The costume teaser B and C, both by Kaketo.
Yeah, so this one's the red and the more classic, and then like the 2099 look. These also were not selling for very much last week, and now these are now $30 covers. Again, these are not incentives. Yeah. These are
they're teaser covers.
This is the weirdest release that I can remember in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yes, I agree.
Right?
100%. It makes no sense.
This is so weird.
Yeah. We know what Ultimate Spider-Man books do. They change up the status quo, and we know that's what's going to happen. But this book sold out in every shop that I went into this week. And not only did it sell out in every shop, it sold out immediately. Day of, every copy, every cover sold out. I asked Jesse, I went into Jesse's shop the Wednesday. I spent the day there Wednesday, and I go, did you read Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 yet? He goes, I didn't have a chance to. It sold out too fast. I didn't even get a chance to read it. So every cover in every shop I went into was sold out. Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense because it's not like it's a, like some new thing that, that like, oh man, look at, some new, this is still Ultimate Spider-Man. It's not like they haven't done Ultimate Spider-Man before. So it's, it's just
multiple times.
It's just odd. Yeah. It's just odd.
I don't know if it's. I don't think it's FOMO. I see a lot of people saying FOMO, and the reason why I don't think it's FOMO is because I don't think people were like, "Oh, we got to get this book." I think that it read well, and I think that really helped it. I think that the quality of comic book writing lately has been so rough, especially with the big 2, that when you finally get something that's a good surprise, and you kind of go, I actually like that. It's great interior art by Kaketo, some of the best interior art you're going to see in any comic this year, and it's Hickman writing Spider-Man, and he does a good job. So I would suggest if you guys haven't had a chance to read this, read it.
Well, yeah, to add on to what Brian's saying, it's a winning formula that they're using, and then at the same time, you're talking about like the Amazing Spider-Man title has been so weak for such a long time, but now you have a brand new a familiar Spider-Man title that people are comfortable with already, and it actually succeeding, like doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. Yep. Man. Interesting. So that's number 3.
Yeah.
And guess what, guys? Number 2. Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, the Kaketo black costume teaser, which this surprised me a ton. At one of the shops I was at today, the owner said that this was one of the most surprising things, that this book was selling. He told me it was selling for up to $70.
It is $60 to $70 for this one. This one's way more than the other 2. I'm not. Is there a reason? They just people? Does this have anything to do with the storyline?
No.
Well, Black Suit's probably popular again with the video game.
Wow,
Maybe.
currently going for 105 on eBay. Wow.
Yeah, this one. I mean, again, I mean, it's just I can't. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it, especially in this market. This isn't going to be a light printed book.
No.
It's not like it's not like it's super rare. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I don't know. Like when we come back a year from now, next January,
Is it still going to be $80 books or $80 book or more? Probably not.
right? Yeah, I mean, where is it? What is going to be our thought?
Oh, where's
Depends
the
on how
land?
good the story
Yeah.
lasts. Yeah.
I would say cover A is like being like easily like a $20 book.
Yeah, 15 to
year from
20.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could see this
And then-
staying the $25 book, $20 book for this too. I don't think it stays that high.
Maybe like 30 to 40, depending on where you're finding it.
I
right?
don't even
Like,
see
if you
that.
Yeah.
Unless they turn those kids into some amazing characters with great writing, then maybe, because you got the first appearance of them in here,
Oh yeah, that's very true.
So,
All I know is I really hope that stores that are probably struggling financially, I really hope that a book like this can help them out.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of the store owners that I've talked to about this said they didn't order a ton. They wish they would have ordered more, and which is also very interesting. So, and they had issues with two of the main covers, the 1 in 100 and the Nick Klein 1 in 50, I think, or was it Nick Klein 1 in 50? I can't remember, where they had printing issues. So there are store variants, Dave's collection. There is quite a few of them.
My shop's thinking about not doing new orders anymore. Besides, like what people are having on their pull list.
Yeah,
Like he's not
a
gonna
lot
have
of shops
books on
did
their
that in the last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And you guys, to wrap it all up in a nice little bow, at number 1 for the second week in a row, Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, the regular cover.
So just before you say why are all of these covers taking up all the top 5 spots, if you just type in Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 on eBay, there are literally like 500 sales of all the different covers and stuff. I mean, there are so, just in the last 6 days, it's insane how many of these things have sold. I cannot. I'm just shocked by this completely. Okay, so yeah, so now
$55.
it's 55. I had it listed at last week. It was 15 to 20. Now it's 35 to 40. But see, look, the 1 in 25 is only a $25 book.
Yep.
So,
Which is a
it's
great
not
buy.
those are not the ones that are selling. It's the A cover and look, these are like new listings. Like they're instantly selling. People are putting them up and they're selling. They're all new listings. They're just, it's crazy. This is insane.
Yeah.
I'm literally shocked. Look, $93 for that black suit one.
This is
That's
another one that I
crazy.
think might be a great spec play because it's one of the cheapest ones, the design variant, and it also has the kids on it. So it's another, play on those kids.
But again, it's a 1 in 2, it's a 1 in 10. So
1
look,
in
you
10.
you figure those stores that the store variants that ordered 3,000 copies, they've got 300 of those.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's not which is probably.
No,
I mean,
So
the second
you're
print
saying
too is coming out. So
So-
be on the lookout. You got a second print coming out on Valentine's Day.
So are you saying some of those other open and order covers could end up being more rare than say the 1 in 10?
yep, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, how many? There were several store variants for this, right?
Yeah, they're not
several.
good either. This is the Bagley store variant. Look how bad this Bagley art is. Look at Mary Jane.
Is he teabagging himself? What is he doing there?
Look at Mary Jane.
What
Look
is
how
going
bad
on?
she looks.
Is that Uncle Aunt May?
Look what the hell is going on there, dude.
That definitely did not look like like the Tom Holland Aunt May.
No, man, that's rough.
Yeah, so let's say there's, I mean, I don't know how many store variants there are, but let's say there's 10. I mean, every one of them is getting 300 of those 1 in 10s, and that's not even getting to the stores at all. That's just in store variants. That's a lot of them for sure.
Yeah, man, absolutely crazy. I think you hit it right on the head, Stein. This is one of the things that, you know, makes you scratch your head, and hopefully it's a good thing, though. You know, hopefully the story continues to be good. Hopefully it breathes a little bit of life into, you know, new comics, and, you know, helps to get because listen, if Marvel and DC aren't doing well, comic books aren't going to do well. And
Nope.
yeah, hopefully this will help them realize that good stories win out every time. Good writing, good interior art, along with, you know, great artists and creators. The interior art on this by Keto is so good. It is so good, man. So,
I have a question real quick. Is this cover going to become as iconic as the 90s?
I don't think the 90s one is that iconic anymore. I mean, it gets homaged a lot, but back when that 90s one was out, it was such a big deal. And I remember that white variant. Nobody talks about the Ultimate Spider-Man white variant anymore. That white variant was so expensive back then. And I think that book has really fallen off, surprisingly.
I don't know, Cantankerous. I'm not sure. If it were just a few copies here and there, I would probably agree with you. But the volume is so massive. I don't think that this can be manipulated. It's too big. It's too many of them. It's happening live in stores. I mean,
yes,
like Brian said, these things sold out day one.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and, yeah. You know, like you hear of multiple stores having to limit like one per person.
Yeah.
Like,
that just doesn't. Yeah, that just doesn't happen. So I'm not sure how anybody would have been able to organize that across the whole country. I mean, it's not just like it's localized. I mean, it's across the whole country. So
yeah, I hit 5 stores. I went into 5 stores this week and talked about this book specifically to all the stores. So, and they all said the same thing. Sold out.
It's a weird situation for sure.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I never get to Wednesday Warrior it, and so you know.
I know. I don't either.
And then I did not have this book on my pool, and so.
But I will say that anything that throws life into the comic industry, I'm for. I mean, if this is short-lived, hopefully Marvel and DC will look at this and be like, okay,
here's the proof.
Let's see if we can replicate this 3 months from now, and if they can keep doing that rather than throwing, you know, especially Marvel. Like I said, DC's been doing a lot better.
Well, I mean, we'll see if they learn their lesson or not, because you know they're relaunching X-Men over the summer.
Yep.
So, I mean,
well,
that'll be the real sign of it, right?
The next book that's coming out that we got to keep our eyes on is the Ultimate Black Panther. If that book is good, then we might have something here. If that Ultimate Black Panther book is really good, 2024 might be great for comic books. I'm not going to get my hopes up yet.
Period of like good writing again, and like creativity flowing. Like, where it's
Jason Aaron's taking over the Turtles. You know, they're going to do a relaunch, but not a reboot, which is excellent. That's a smart move by IDW. You know, keep all that continuity and the fans that they've created since 2011 when they did reboot it. And you got a great writer taking over. Jason Aaron Turtles, that sounds awesome, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm really hoping that, and you know, some people don't like that I say this, but I'm gonna keep saying it. You know, Glenn at Comic Book Palace might have started a little bit of a revolution here in comics, and what he said, and you know, Mark Millar took note. A lot of big creators took note, whether they liked it or disliked it, and retailers started, you know, voicing their displeasure at what's going on in the industry, and you know.
Well, shout out to Glenn. He got Donny Cates to resurface. So
Yeah, yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So, well, you guys, 193 all the way to the end. Please hit that thumbs up if you hadn't hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It's been a great couple of years here in comic book YouTube content world, and we're going to keep it going. 2024, let's cross our fingers and hope that it gets even better. And maybe we'll see next week's list how many of these books will be back. We're starting to see multiple books show up on multiple weeks, which that's also a good thing. That's also a good thing. So,
Yep.
that being said, what do we got coming up, you guys? Tomorrow night, Modern Comic Mayhem, 10 p.m. Eastern, over on Beyond Wednesdays. Come hang out with us. Jay Stevens will be on at the beginning of the show to talk about Gold Key, his new Gold Key project that he's working on with the Kickstarter over there. And, of course, we're going to talk about Dwellings and his long-time work in the comic book world. And then, of course, we'll get into our regular mayhem after that. You guys know how Saturdays work on the channel. We like to fast and loose over there. Grab your drinks, grab your, devil's lettuce, and join us for the pre-show session. Enjoy some good music, and, get a little goofy and enjoy the show. So
let's get weird, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Shout out to everybody that joined us live. If you guys caught it on the rewind, drop a comment. We love the comments lately. And shout out to Lorena Villa, who just subscribed. We appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. The best way you guys can help this channel is by hitting those thumbs up, joining the memberships, joining as a subscriber, and enjoying the content. Let us know what you think. We're always down for some constructive criticism. Stein, lead us on out.
See ya.